Hello everyone, welcome to episode 22 of season 3 of McFizzle's Hardcore Survival World. Sounds working. Alright, today we're going to continue what we started yesterday. And we've got some of the do I have this stuff on me? I don't. What was I thinking yesterday when I was doing this? I don't know. So I need all my chiseled stone. Is this it? And I've decided I'm going to build this thing over the hill here because I think it'll be big enough, and I do have a couple of little things over here that are sort of I know there's an entrance to one of the mines in here, and I just think it would be a good spot, so I'm going to start I guess here. Okay, so I've got to go 24 blocks, so I've got another 23, so I've got to get to 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so from there, and then I go 19 blocks this way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So that should take me to 21. But it's 18, so it should take me to 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. Okay, cool. And so now I've just got to join that one up with that one. And I've got to dig down 1 block because I want to be able to see my beautiful chiseled blocks. Hey, I exist. How you going? Quick question. Yes. Ask away. Okay, so that side's good. And this side is good. And so we've just got to... What are your thoughts on the Soviet Union? I don't really have a lot of thoughts on the Soviet Union. Are you the you're the Canadian guy, aren't you? But British Columbia? I don't know. What have the Soviet Union done lately? I really don't watch the news. Have I missed something? Well, they collapsed? What? That's interesting. I had no idea. Like, I wasn't sure. I didn't think it was called the Soviet Union anymore anyway. I thought it was called it was just called Russia now. But, you know, like I said, I know almost nothing about it. Oh, in 1991. Yeah, well, that's what I thought happened. Yeah, because it was a union of all of the different states, like Serbia and all of that sort of stuff, and then that all collapsed. The only stuff I know about this I've learned from basketball. The Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Ah, the USSR, right. And then that collapsed. And so then, so is that since then they've been a bit more of a democratic sort of nation, I guess? Because what's his face? Old Putin. He was voted in, wasn't he? I think. What are your thoughts on the USSR? Everything before 1991. Yeah, like I don't really know much about it. I'm sort of out of the loop over here in Australia, I think. Like, I don't think Australia has had a lot to do with Russia over the years. I think mostly most of Australia's dealings are with America. And I know that some of the prime ministers went and you know, met Gorbachev, and you know, who was that other guy? Yeltsin, was that his name? The big white-haired dude. Yeah, I don't really know much about it. You know that they had so many serial killers that were never caught because they hid them from the public to keep people from freaking out. Like in the country, like I remember there was one guy. I remember one guy that was Russian, vaguely, but that was in like when I was in high school, I think. So that was around in the 90s, I think. Officers and staff hardly knew anything about serial killers. All right. Is this an area of interest for you? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Hmm. Well, it wouldn't. I know it's a very like you know, it's such a huge place. Like the continent is, and it's so huge, and it's also like you know, the climate is you know, very brutal. So I imagine it would be a really hard country to police, you know? And then going from like the communist stuff into a different sort of stuff would be really hard too, I guess. I'm saying, if I ever rebuild the Soviet Union and make communism successful, I would be able to do it better. Oh, good. Yeah, I do think that is a big debate. Like, they've never really, unless you accidentally start a war. Yeah, well, I don't think the Western, I guess that's the Western, isn't it? Like the USA and stuff. They're not real big on communism and socialism and all that sort of stuff. Like historically speaking, like they tend to. That's how they, that's basically what the Vietnam War was, was all about. Yeah, I was talking about that with the guy that other guy yesterday that was actually from Russia, and well, he said he was, but yeah, he was talking about nuclear war and stuff. Yeah, well, that was what we were sort of talking about. Was sort of about sort of how the world is sort of going, environmentally and ecologically, like just sort of it's getting used up. So it's going to take a massive sort of, this is my theory, it's going to take some sort of massive global event to sort of get everybody sort of on the same page. And his sort of idea was, well, maybe a nuclear war could be one of those things, and I think it would, but I think it would also, be like a really bad thing for the environment. Like those nuclear winters and stuff are no joke. I think but it's not like we're not already sort of destroying everything already. So maybe it would just getting rid of a whole bunch of humans would probably be a inevitable sort of thing. I think like if it's not going to be humans like doing it to other humans, I think if something doesn't change, like I think that the planet is going to do it for us. 6,000 nuclear weapons. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't really know much about the nuclear weapons and stuff. Okay, I've got to go 23. If I use all of these and another, that was 22. And if I use one more, that should line up with this. Yeah, I was saying to that other guy yesterday, I think, it's been almost, it's 80 years since people have actually used those nuclear weapons that they dropped on Japan. Like, so long ago. And like, that the world would have been so different then. Like, I don't know what would happen now. Like, Tesla Cybertruck is actually a war machine disguised to be remotely used by the government of wherever Elon lives during any state of war. Ah, okay. Yeah, well, that wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I've got to just look at my thing now. I've actually finished what I was doing. Like, I'm so out of the loop. I didn't even know who this Elon Musk guy was. I just thought he was some guy that was on Twitter a lot. But apparently he's like a billionaire. I'm really out of the loop. Yeah, well, it's possible. Okay, what was I looking at? Where is it? Um, where do you look up history on YouTube? Just go to the guy's video. Library. History, here it is. There's my video.
Coach, could you get my iPad, please?
And the Cybertruck is the CEO of SpaceX. Yeah, oh man, I did this wrong, I think. Yeah, I did this completely wrong. Okay.
Open up my handbag with some chocolate in there.
And what is SpaceX? I don't even know what SpaceX is.
Travel in space.
Oh, right. This is traveling into space. I thought that was what's his name though? The English dude. All right, but it's like a corporate sort of thing. How did he make all of his money? Like, doesn't seem like space travel is a big financial
Can you get me a marshmallow?
thing. I mean, I guess you got to have a lot of money to get into that sort of stuff.
Could you get my iPad, please?
Okay, so now I've got to grab this stone and use that. Because I used the wrong stuff. Okay, let's take two. Let's see if we can get this to work. I'm building a big base for a a statue. So I'm starting with the base. It's for Moisey Mermemer's subscriber theme, but I don't think I'm going to get it all built because it's going to be quite large. Gee, I heard about the Cybercar or the Cybertruck or whatever he called it, and how it was supposed to be bulletproof and or whatever. The glass was supposed to be bulletproof, and then he tested the window or something at the unveiling and it broke. Yeah, totally. Just let me know what you want me to do, and I can do it. Well, I can try. Okay, hang on. Okay. I want you to make a 15 by 15 hole that goes all the way down to bedrock. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was actually doing that in my first season when I what was I doing? I was looking for a treasure. 1, 2, 3, 4. I was looking for, you know how you've got the pirate treasures and stuff? I was looking for a treasure chest, and then I ended up making one of those huge big things. Yeah, well that's a, I have no problem with doing that at all. So I'll just have to, it'll be about finding the right spot. That's going to be the, that'll be the key. And I will call it the I Exist commemorative. Uh, are you doing your hat thing again? What's the temperature like in British Columbia? Where is British Columbia, on the east coast or on the west coast? I seem to think it was like on the east coast. Or am I thinking of something else? Yeah, I know it's not warm. West coast, right. Thought it was on the coast. So is it its own country, or is it a state of Canada? It's its own country, isn't it? I thought. Um, oh man. Well, there's a good place to start the hole, I guess. One, two, three, four. Now I'm going to cover that hole before I fall into it. Oh man, I'm sorry, horse. I don't know how I'm gonna try and get you out of here. Come on, horsey. Come on. It's a province in southwest Canada. Okay. So is that we in Australia we have states. So like there's what's 1, 2, 3. I think there's like how many states? 2 degrees. Whoa. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty cold in all over, you know, America and Canada at the moment. Come on, horse. I'm trying to save you. But yeah, I watch a bit of basketball, and I watch this listen to this podcast by, it's called No Dunks now, but it used to be called The Starters, and they're from Canada, and he has a province of Canada shirt or something. And so I'm guessing they have provinces over there instead of states. Provinces are like states, but they're really big, and there are 10 of them. All right. Hey, we got you out of there, horse. Because you guys it's still in the monarchy, isn't it? Canada and stuff. It's not, what do they call it now? What do you call it when you break free of the monarchy? Independence, or I can't remember. What are the 10 things of Canada? I know there's like is it Vancouver? Vancouver's a town, isn't it? Quebec. Newfoundland. Newfoundland? I think that's one. Well, Vancouver is the capital of British Columbia, or something like that. Yep, I did really well in geography at school. You can tell. I've developed more of an interest in it since I left school, I think. What are we've got? Our states are pretty boring. Like we've got the provinces are Alberta, of course, Alberta, Manitoba. Yeah, I've heard of that. New Brunswick, Labrador. I've never heard of. Nova Scotia, I have. Ontario, I have. Prince Edward Island. I've never heard of that. I've heard of New Brunswick. I wonder how I've heard of these places. Okay, now I've got to get some more stone, I think. Hang on. I'm sort of going by a video on YouTube. So this guy, he went around this bit twice with stone. Okay. Well, ours are, we live in Queensland, and then there's New South Wales, and there's Victoria, South Australia, uh, Western Australia, Tasmania, and then we've got the Northern Territory and Australian Capital Territory. So Prince Edward Island is right above Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. Right. Okay. I am going to run out of stone. Oops. I should have put some more stone on to cook, I think. So that's one, this is two. And I think the other thing I'm going to have to get before I start commencing work on the statue is bamboo, so I can make the scaffolding, which I've never made before, so... Alright. Alright, I think that's it. That's 2 blocks all the way around. Okay, what's next? And I think I go up 1 block with the chiseled stuff in the middle, and then do 1 more in the middle, and then do the quartz. Okay. I've got to somehow get up on top of these things. Let's just nerd pole up with some sand, I think. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll get me up there. Alright, here we go. So we're getting there. Now, the guy that I'm copying this video off, he said I should take a picture of it and tag him on Instagram and whatever you call it. So I might have to make some social media for this this what do you call it, channel. Alright, and then we go all the way across with this one. And then we go stone again. And then we got to get our quartz. But I think the rest of this is all stone. So I'm gonna have to check and see how much stone I've got. Oh, that was a good jump. Just should check and see how much stone I have left in my chest. I think I've got a little bit. I've made way too much of the chiseled stuff. No worries. Still here, doing my building, whatever it is. Using up all my stone, cobble. I'm just wondering what to call the 15 by 15 block pit. You know, I don't know if it's a pit. It's not really a pit. I should call it something. It's not like the I exist commemorative bedrock hole. Something. I don't think that's a real catchy title. Okay, I think I'm nearly done with that part. Is all done now, and so now the next part is just filling in these walls, which is going to be the existing hull of the Titan's realm. I like it. It's much better than my title. That works for me.
What's this?
Okay.
Merry Christmas edition.
Yeah, not today. We're waiting for the weekend.
Now,
I'll put this in the fridge.
I just wondered what I could put in
Not
here.
a bad idea to put them all in.
I'm getting rid of this guy.
Yeah, he just makes a lot of noise.
Yeah, they annoy me. It's not so much that I don't like them, it's just the noise that they make.
Are you killing them?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they make a lot of noise. Especially when I'm trying to record a YouTube video. Game, come on!
Right, so... what am I going to put in here? I could fill it in. There's my torches. I'll just leave it empty for now. Okay. Well, when I've finished making the hole, then I'll decide what to call it. But I'll definitely keep the existing hole to the Titan's realm uh, on my list of names, I think, for sure. Have I got any more stone? Yes, I do. Yeah, I think I said that yesterday though. I haven't had a very good track record of actually building any of these things yet, so it has to do with having with the existing and Titan's realm. Yeah. Doom reference, right. Okay. I kept thinking of Titanfall or whatever it was. Is that what it's? I think that's what it's called. The I think that was free on PlayStation Plus this month. It was Titanfall 2. Yeah. I've never played it. I think it was one of the first games they brought out, Titanfall 1. That was one of the first ones they brought out on the PlayStation 4, I think. Yeah, I've heard that too. Like, I just get all of the because I've got the PlayStation Plus. I just sort of chuck them all into the library, but I don't think I've played any of them yet. I sort of stick with Minecraft and Red Dead Redemption at the moment. I watched some guys playing Fallout 76 or something today. That looked pretty cool. Okay, I'm hoping I've got some stone in my furnace. Yeah, it looked really good. It actually looked, yeah, annoyingly good. Executed poorly. How do you mean? I forgot to look for... I should grab some cobble, I guess, and cook some more... Ah, okay. I didn't realize it was totally, like, multiplayer. Because the other Fallout games are not a bit... So it gets to a point where there's nothing to do. Ah, okay. I was actually wondering that when I was watching, like, what was the end goal, you know? All right. Well, the guys that were playing today, they seem to get on pretty well. To find the Overseer. Alright, I don't know what that is. Well, I don't know if I don't think I'll have a spoiler. Just in case, I might play it. I know my son has wanted to get a Fallout game, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe another time. It looks like it takes a lot of time. Like there's so much, like all those Bethesda games are just so massive. Like there's just endless amounts of stuff to do. But yeah, no, he hasn't played any of them. I think starting with 3. All right. Is that on the New Vegas? Are they all on the PlayStation 4? I think his friends are playing 4. So. Oh man, I'm using the wrong blocks. Which Fallout game do your friends play, Tobes?
Fallout 4.
4.
All of them do actually. None of them play 76 or the quadrillion other ones.
Alright, my little base is looking
also
good.
play Far Cry.
Far Cry. Alright.
Far Cry 4 and 5.
Ooh, we can get a Stranger Things Monopoly. Thank you. What are we making?
This is the base for a huge statue. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never played any either, so I highly recommend those two over 4 and 6 and 76. Alright. Yeah, I'll have to have a look around for them on the PlayStation. Because yeah, we've hardly played any of those Bethesda games. Like we played Oblivion a little bit and Skyrim a little bit, but they're just so big. Like you could, we sort of got into them very late, so I think those games you have to get them when they come out and just play them from then on, because otherwise it's just so massive. The worlds are huge. Like even I sort of was more into the sort of GTA sort of stuff and the Red Dead Redemption, and so I think that's where I sort of sunk most of my time. If you do Google pictures of the Centaur from Fallout 3. Okay, hang on a sec. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Centaur. Whoa. Wow, that's pretty gnarly. Oh my gosh. Well, they fought something today that looked like a cross between a bat and like a dragon, I guess. or a goblin or something, a gargoyle in that. Yeah, and like I sort of knew it was a bit sort of apocalyptic, you know, it was set in the apocalypse or after the apocalypse or something. But yeah, it was, yeah, the designs and stuff were amazing. And I know that I'd like to know more about the sort of backstory of it because it sounds really interesting. I know the people that I know that have played it really, really like it. Hardest creature in the game, alright. Oops, there's all sorts of stuff going off here. Okay, I've just got to save my little video, hang on. A mutated gecko? So I take it those earlier Fallout games, the story is, there's a bit more of a, like the story, I didn't like the stuff I was watching today. He said there was a story to it, but I didn't really catch much of the story. Like it sounded like I'd missed whatever the story was, and I was just watching them do stuff. Am I out? Oh man, I'm gonna need so much of this stuff. It's ridiculous. Look how much of... That's how much I've got. I need this much. Yeah. It definitely looks mutated. It looks like something out of Hellraiser or something. I'm just going to leave that open because I might go back in there. But now I've got to go into the nether and get some more of that stuff. The quartz. I need a ton of it. Alright, so I'm going to have to get rid of all this stuff. I'm going to have to make... man, I've still got quite a bit of cobble left. I got some pretty flowers. Get the seeds out of there. I can get rid of those. Don't need any wheat. I can keep my torches. I'll need those. I'll keep that stuff. The story in Fallout 4 is you get tricked and get cryogenically frozen. Then some people kill your and steal your son. The goal is to find your son. Okay, sounds good. Where did I put everything? Is it in here? No. That's concrete. Where did I... Is it in here? I've got a bunch of bottles somewhere. I can't remember where I put them. I don't need those stone slabs. Just found out if you say redacted, it just gets rid of it. I don't know what that means. I say that a lot. I don't do... oh, there's my bottles. I am, and I exist. I need this stuff. I need this stuff. I need this stuff up here. And I've just got to... Weird. Wonder why it does that. Maybe it's literally redacting you. I'm just gonna drink this potion, I think. I'm gonna have to... Because I don't have any other spare bottles. Yeah, who knows? I don't know with these designers of things. Sony, I don't know. Sony just seem a bit more sinister to me. What is my favorite thing ever? Probably ice cream. I'm not allowed to have any of it, but I'm a big fan. What about you? Music? Music's pretty good. I like music. That'd be up there. Trees? I like trees. Trees would be up there. A cream pie on a Saturday night while it's snowing. Alright, that is a good one. A cream pie is hot, or are they cold? They have to be... You'd want it to be hot, wouldn't you? But then you couldn't have hot cream. Hot cream would just melt. Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah, I have my ice cream in... the last time I went on a big ice cream binge was in winter. Like, you know, I just get it every night. Even, like, our winter here is not anywhere near like Canadian winters, you know. You know, it doesn't get, you know, barely gets into the single digit Celsius, but yeah, I love ice cream when it's cold. It's, I don't know why. Okay, I've got my gear. No, I've never seen snow. Never seen it. My son saw, he's the first person in my family that has seen snow. He went to a part of Australia that has snow for school. So my wife and I have not seen it. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, the other guy I was talking to, he's from where's he from? Like Wisconsin. It was just, yeah, snowing like crazy. He couldn't believe I'd never, like, our Christmas, you know, there's no snow. It's like the middle of summer. So all of the Christmas songs and decorations and, you know, if Santa was Australian, there's no way he'd wear what he wears. Like, it'd just be too hot. Reindeer, like, that makes no sense in Australia. Okay, once again, I've got to try and find out where I think I go around this way, and then through this door. Oh dear. for snow falling, that sort of thing. Man, how much of this stuff am I going to need? I'm going to need tons of it. 4 stacks of quartz uncut makes 1 stack. Alright, my second favorite thing is the crunch sound from fresh snow when you step on it. Ah, that's a good one. It sounds like you're in the right part of the world for the things that you like. I've only heard it in movies, yeah. The you know, the crunch. I know the sound you mean. Okay. Yeah, kangaroos are pretty standoffish. It's good to see them in the wild. Like, they just sort of don't really care that much. You've got moose and stuff though, don't you? Bears and that sort of stuff. Yeah, I've never eaten kangaroo. Have you eaten kangaroo? My wife has. It's very tough, from what I've heard. Yeah, my wife didn't like it. She's had crocodile as well, she said. Too humid. Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Definitely more human than cow. Yeah, I just don't know how much. Seems like wouldn't be a lot of meat on a kangaroo. That's more my sort of argument. No, we don't have bears. We have like koalas. They call them koala bears, but they're not koala. They're not bears. Like yeah, we don't have them. We don't have. I don't think we have moose. I think we have deer, a few deer, but not like a lot of deer either. Oh, I've got to get rid of these ghasts. Gas everywhere. Die. Yeah. No bears in Australia. I don't think they have bears in New Zealand either. I'm glad. Like, we've got lots of poisonous snakes and spiders and stuff. But, yeah, I can live with that, but I wouldn't like to run into a bear. Like, you see those videos, it's just like, no thanks. They're huge. Yeah, they're just like, yeah. They don't, like, I don't know how you describe what a bear is. Like, it's just it's huge. Like, it's a huge, big, muscly monster. Yeah, I don't think it'd be the best sort of environment for a bear over here either, I wouldn't think. Like, it's probably just too hot. Have you... I remember during a traffic jam there was a bear walking around on the edge of the street. Oh my god. Yeah, that's crazy. That they just... There's no like... and I just stared in awe. Yeah, I think that would be me too. Like, they're so big and there's just like... Humans have not figured out a way to just sort of put them somewhere. Like, they just sort of walk around. Alright, we're getting some more of this. I don't really want this stuff. I want the what is it? Yeah, I'd like to see something scary. Look at a picture of the world's biggest Kodiak bear. Okay, hang on. I've got to get somewhere safe first. I'm just going to grab this quartz. I'm just gonna lock myself in here for a sec. World's biggest Kodiak bear. Hang on, I'll Google it. Did I put that alarm back on? I think I did. Largest Kodiak bear. Holy moly! Jeez, look at the size of that thing. Holy crap! Yeah, no thanks. Yeah, we don't have anything like that over here. We've got nice little spiders and snakes that just leave you alone. I guess probably the most dangerous stuff over here is in the water, like the sharks and stuff. 751 kilos. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess you just... What do? You just leave them to their business? Because, yeah, there's not much else you could do, I guess. Okay. How am I going to find 4 stacks of quartz? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm actually reading The Revenant at the moment, and that guy just like in the movie just gets attacked by a bear. It's just like, what do you do? There's nothing you can do. You sort of could hope for the best. is your, you know. Or that Grizzly Man documentary where that guy tried to live with the bears, and then the documentary ended when he got eaten. Yeah, exactly. Like, I understand why you have rifles and stuff like that over there, because like what else is, and it's mostly just to scare them off. Let alone like if it was like a what do you call it? Like a mother, you know, that you know when its child is in danger. Yeah, well, yeah, it's so surreal to me. All right, there's a bit more. I'm a bit worried about just falling through and landing in the lava. So right. Oh no!
What have we done?
I've hit a zombie pigman, I think. I've got to get out of here. Yeah, he's coming. Oh, man. Do you go back to the... If you go back to the other dimension, the overworld, do the zombie pigmen stop fighting, attacking you? I think he's chilled out now. Is he? Have I lost him? Oh. That was close. Okay. I think they've chilled. Alright. Nearly got one stack. So there. That stuff. Can I reach it? Why couldn't this person that made this base thing just use white cement? That's what I want to know. He did say I could make it out of whatever I wanted, but I've got to do it literal. Okay. Alright, crisis averted. Now, there's some more up there, but I don't think I'm going to get that lot. I'll just keep going around this way. There's some more up there. Well, there's some. I'm not going to get that lot there. I really need a fortune pickaxe. Because then I could get more of this stuff. I've got enough enchantments. Maybe I should give it a crack. I'll just head back to my base and try and make a fortune pickaxe, I think. And then come back. don't like spending this much time in the nether. Okay. We've got a bit more there, but I'll get that later. I'll just grab any that I see on the way back. But yeah, I think I'll just head on back to base. Well, it's nice to chat with I Exist again today. You're back. Thought you'd left. Yeah, I'm only going to play for probably another half an hour or so. Then I've got to go and get dinner. And the basketball's going to start. Okay, I think this is the way out. And please don't get me slime. Yeah, I'm just not in the mood to kill a bunch of slimes right now. I'm gonna leave you guys. Got enough magma cream for now. I believe this is the direction of my base. It's down this way. I really need to make a better pathway. How did I get up here? This is not where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be down there. There it is. Alright. Did I get any stacks? I got one stack. Alright, that's okay. So now I'm gonna try and get some fortune on my pickaxe. Or on a pickaxe. The Black Plague started again in Japan. Do you think it would spread to other places? You'd like to hope not. I think it would be easy to quarantine. I don't know much about the Black Plague. I don't know how contagious and stuff it is. Like, was there ever a cure, or did it just sort of wipe everybody out? And then it just sort of died of its own accord? Yeah, if you haven't figured out, I don't really know much about stuff. But I'm always interested. Like, that's a good question. Like, it makes me wonder, why don't I know much about the Black Plague? You know fleas? There was never a cure. Right. I know what fleas are. Was that one of the carriers of the Black Plague? Wow. So yeah, that would be hard, wouldn't it? I mean, that could probably yeah, that would make it very right. And so did they have to bite you or something? Living on rats. suppose that's what fleas do, is just bite, eat, you know. Yeah, you sort of wonder, like I'm listening to the Stand by Stephen King at the moment, and just sort of, and it's just a work of fiction, obviously, but it's basically about a super flu that just wipes out everybody, and it's just like it just would not take very much, you know. All it takes is one thing. Yeah, like how would you make sure that there was no fleas on somebody? I mean, you'd have to just quarantine the whole place. A steampunk plague doctor mask. Is that the thing like in Assassin's Creed with the huge big nose? The plague masks? What am I doing? I'm making a fortune pickaxe. That's what I'm doing. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna get a stick or two. A plague mask. Google it. Okay. Should I Google steampunk plague mask? Man, those bears are huge. Look at that. That dude's got both of his hands. Oh, I'm so glad I don't live where there's bears. Yeah, that's what I thought they were. Plague mask. Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was. Oh wow, that's a cool one. It's got all the lenses and stuff on it. Alright, fortune pickaxe please. That would be great. Unbreaking. That's not what I want. Come back here. Okay. Probably got another 2 shots at it. Yes! Fortune 3! You little beauty. That was a bit of luck. And get rid of that. And now hopefully I can go back and not die and collect a bunch more stuff. A bit quicker this time. Why do you have a plague mask? Do you get into the steampunk sort of stuff? Beg your pardon? What?
It's not steampunk.
Yeah, I saw something that looked pretty steampunky. It looked sort of like a cross between steampunk and like sadomasochist bondage. Like it's sort of that gimp suit sort of style, but it had like lots of lenses and stuff on it. Did it have gears and stuff? I think it was more. I'll I'll get to a safe spot and I'll Google it and I'll have a look. Oh man, what's hitting me? Alright, I'm out of here. It's down there. No, I don't think the one I saw had gears on it. I think it was more. It was black. Okay, hang on a sec. Entire Plague Doctor outfit. Alright. So steampunk plague mask, is that what you said? Steampunk plague mask. Oh wow, that's cool as. Oh, the one on the styrofoam head you said. Okay, that one. So that's the one he's got. Yeah. A what? Oh gosh. Go away, Ghast. I'm just gonna run away from you. Gotta eat some food. Okay, now I can try and get this stuff. Can't believe I got that pickaxe straight away. That was awesome. Get that bit up there if I can. I know if I dig this block out, there's just going to be lava behind it, but I'm still going to. So, I actually like to just walk around town wearing the mask for no reason other than to confuse everyone. Yeah, why not? I know somebody that walks around with a cape. They just wear a cape. They just like capes. Like, fair enough. Do you wear your trapper's cap and the doctor's mask? Because I reckon that would be a pretty good look. Is there anything in here? No. Flap the ears down over the sides. Did I go through here already? I think I did. Yeah, I've been in here already. And that's where I just came from. Yeah. Imagine going to an ice cream parlor on Main Street with your kid and then some dude wearing an entire Plague Doctor outfit walks in. The what do you call it? Yeah, it's not a bowler hat. It's just, yeah, is it? It's a bowler's hat, right? What was that? Oh, that's me. The basketball's going to be on soon. Yeah, I'd never seen them before until I started playing Assassin's Creed, and they had all of those guys wandering around, and you get healed by them and stuff. And since then, I start seeing them everywhere. So, do you just wear them to torment kids in ice cream shops, or do you? Oh, do you just get into the steampunk sort of stuff? Cosplay. Plus, they just look cool, I will say. They look sort of spooky. I'm surprised they haven't done you know, a sort of a horror sort of thing. Like they look like Silent Hill or whatever it was. They sort of have a bit of that vibe to them. It does. Am I getting more? I don't feel like I am. Am I using the right pickaxe? Yes. SCP-049. Okay, hang on a sec. Just gotta get into a safe spot. Just put my potion on. Hang on a sec. I'm just checking it out now. Oh. Right. Hmm. Looks pretty cool. I could see it sort of looks like it looks a bit like a game. Is it it's not a but it's not a game? Man, these I think I'm getting more of that stuff. I'm getting more of the uh, yeah, I'd have to spend a bit of time looking at it, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, it looks interesting. Okay. Where are you coming from, lava? There, there, somewhere. However, it won't. So far, they have a SCP website that makes it look too real. Yeah, well, that's sort of what I was sort of thinking. It sort of had a gamey sort of quality, but like a lot of that stuff, you know, that's really cool when it goes that far. Like, you know, that they can sort of have that much information and like research and stuff behind it. It adds to the whole experience of the game. Is that how you got into the plague doctor stuff? Is also on one of the games. Okay. This stuff. Have I been up in here? Yes, I've been up in there about 10 times. I'm trying to find that. Oh, there's another one. Well, there's some more there. I've got to get rid of this guy first, though. Or do I? Yes, I do. He's just too far away. I can't get him. Yeah, they are. I don't know. It's that they sort of have a what's the period called? Like the Edwardian sort of look to them. Yeah, I can't imagine what it would have been like seeing those things walking around in real life. That would have been freaky. And I guess it's, you know, but I suppose the plague wouldn't be fun, either. Like you wouldn't want, I guess that would be the lesser of two evils. You'd probably be happy to see them. Alright. I don't really want to dig in these walls and stuff. I just want to wrong? What's wrong? Absolutely not. You would be terrified if you saw them. Yeah, I think I would be. But aren't they the doctors? Or is it because they don't give you the plague? They're trying to treat you, or does it mean if you see them, you've got no chance, you're dead? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So, and so that's why they had all of the herbs and stuff um, in their beak to sort of so they wouldn't smell all of the plaguey goodness. Bloodletting. Oh man. Yeah. Whoa. That's my code thing. All right, the leeches. Yeah. Some of those old-timey medical stuff, those medical treatments are pretty horrific. Alright, I've got to make my way back to my base now. And then I'm going to be getting off, I think. If you were a plague victim and you saw that guy walk into the room, game over. Whoa. Yep. Is that why they looked so freaky? Or is it just sort of a byproduct of the, you know, the design? Well, the necessities of the... Right. Oh, man. Yeah. Yep, that sounds about right. I don't know how they came up with bloodletting. The bad blood, I guess. Alright, I'm just going to make some more of these quartz blocks. Then I'm going to put them out. And then I'm going to call it a stream. Yeah, I often wonder about doctors today. Like, what are doctors doing today that is actually really they're going to look at in, you know, a couple of 100 years and go, man, those guys were so dumb. Why were they doing that? All right. So was it airborne? Was it an airborne disease, or did you have to be bitten? Because it seems like, I guess, if there was fleas and rats, you know, that would, you know, I think a lot of people would get that anyway. Fleaborn, right. So the masks were did do a whole lot. Crazy. Alright, I'm just going to empty out my inventory here. Is that where I've been putting that stuff? Yeah. What am I doing in his? Yeah, getting rid of that. Getting rid of this stuff. Right. What sort of time period are we talking here? So is it like It wouldn't be that. It'd be pretty late. They wouldn't even touch patients, even though they wore leather gloves. Yeah, well, can't really blame them there. I wouldn't want to be getting the plague. I'm gonna need more arrows. Where's the feather situation? 33. Right, of course. So they were right, but at the same time they had no idea what they were actually, how they were right. Alright, I've got my arrows. Skin tight. Isn't that interesting? Okay. Well, it's been lovely chatting with you. I exist. Been very informative. I'll check out that website and have a look around. I reckon my son would really be interested in it too. This website this guy's been talking about, it's like a game based around these plague doctors. It looks really good. But yeah, I've got to go. I've got to go grab some dinner and do some other things. So thanks for tuning into the stream. Thanks for giving me your suggestion of things to make. It sounds like an easier one for me to do, and I'll get into it. 1347, right. Oh, the game's not about plague doctors. It's some creature or something that just looks like one. About things that need to be contained. Yeah, I reckon he'd get into it. But anyway, I've got to go. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks to anybody else for watching. And I'll see y'all later. Ah, the website was made before the game. Well, I'm going to check it out, but yeah, right now I've got to go. I'll see you later. See you later, I exist.
Bye.
Bye!